Hello and welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ben Jackie. We've got a lot of great stories for you this month, including award-winning musicians, one of the largest efforts to show compassion in our country, and a discussion with one of the best pilots on the planet. Plus, we have these stories from our 5-star school student correspondents.
Signs like these welcome Japanese students to Ballard High School. I'm Drew Long and I'll have the story.
Students all over JCPS are putting a new spin on an age-old question: will you go to prom with me?
When you think acapella, usually old classic melodies come to mind. But the Bulldog Beats of Male High School keeps it contemporary with harmony and beatbox. The group is modeled after those seen on the TV show The Sing-Off or movies like Pitch Perfect. And they hit a high note at the Voices in Harmony Festival.
When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive.
We are the Bulldog Beats from Louisville Male High School.
It's cool to fit your voice part into something that makes something sound so awesome.
I take a deep breath every time I pass your door. I know you're there, but I can't see you anymore.
This group is a contemporary a cappella ensemble, similar to what you see on Pitch Perfect or the TV show The Sing-Off.
It's basically with all voices, like we don't use instruments or anything or any beating on anything. It's all, we have a beatboxer, which in a cappella it's called a vocal percussionist. What it is we kind of make our voices sound like instruments, and it comes together to make kind of a band, but with all voices.
What I had in mind, maybe lock the door and turn the lights down low.
So a cappella music is anything that is sung without any instruments, and the contemporary a cappella portion of this is a designation that's given so that people can understand the difference between regular, traditional choral music from maybe the 1600s or the 1700s that is sung without instruments versus contemporary a cappella, which is songs that are more familiar, pop songs, R&B.
I heat up, I cool down.
Much better.
When something gets in my way, I go around it.
The bass and the vocal percussionists are the rhythm section, so we just make sure everyone, if we can stay on tempo then and rhythm, that they can do that too.
Beatboxing is pretty much the drums in the songs and any noises that come along, like effects or anything like that, that aren't covered by voices.
So vocal percussion is when you use your mouth to make demonstrations and drum sounds with your mouth, because a lot of the contemporary a cappella, some of the fun for that is being able to make sounds that sound like instruments with just your voice.
Yeah, usually there's a kick, which is more of whenever you step and press, and it's on the drum, and it's more of a bass sound. And there's always a hi-hat, which is and then there's usually a snare and a cymbal, which is like a ch or a psh.
The students performed and were judged according to the new A Cappella Education Association guidelines, which is a full rubric about performance aspects, solo aspects, intonation, tuning, quality, arrangement. And we received an overall exemplary performance rating for that, which was really good. And then in addition, they gave out special awards, and we received the Best Vocal Percussion Award for our performance there.
I know you're there, but I can't see you anymore.
We're a very tight group. We group text all the time, every single night. I always look at my phone and there's another 5-page group text from all of them. So we're a pretty knit group, and you kind of have to be in this kind of situation.
It teaches you how to manage your time, because there are a lot of rehearsals, and there's a lot of times when we have to be here after school or sometimes on weekends. So time management is one of them, and we have to work really, really hard.
Tell me, do you feel the same? Hold me in your arms again.
Court is now in session at Central High School's Law and Government program. Their new courtroom is a showpiece for a program with a proud history of producing some of the city's most prominent attorneys.
1, 2, 3.
Well, today is a celebration of 28 years of excellence. The Law and Government Magnet program at Central has been in existence since 1986. When I took over in 2005, I thought it'd be a great idea to have a courtroom, and today is the culmination of those efforts that we had our dedication and opening of our courtroom for our students. And I think the courtroom will provide a great learning tool just to make court real.
Since I've been here, we've always had to pretend like you're in the courtroom when we do mock trial or when we're doing case briefs. And now that it's actually here, we get to actually be in a courtroom and interact like we're in a real courtroom.
Just the hands-on experience is invaluable. That's the whole point of the magnet program, Essential. It gives you a leg up on competition after high school in these desired fields.
This is the witness chair. Nobody likes to be examined and then cross-examined, but the witness testifies, and this is the jury box, and it is ultimately the jurors to decide what to believe and what not to believe from the witness stand.
I love it. It's fun. We've been working for this for a very long time, and I'm glad that we have it now.
A courtroom is much like a classroom, that in a trial you are trying to educate the jury about your case, just as a teacher is trying to teach math or law.
This is still our classroom, so this is where we still have normal classes, but whenever we want to transition, we can just walk through and we just use it for, that's why we got it.
It'll prepare them a lot. It'll let them see the seriousness of an actual courtroom, especially if they're practicing in it and using it a lot. We did a lot of case briefs, we did a lot of hearings and stuff. So if they're actually using the courtroom, they'll feel the seriousness of it. Mr. Gutman will make sure that.
I think the courtroom will provide a great learning tool just to make court real. Having practiced law now for 32 years and certainly been in many courtrooms around the Commonwealth of Kentucky and federal court, this is a top-notch courtroom.
Many of us remember those awkward prom proposals from our younger years, but they're no longer a run-of-the-mill undertaking. Sean Melia shows us how creative students have become.
Students all over JCPS are putting a new spin on an age-old question. Will you go to prom with me?
Every student looks forward to their prom. However, not many students enjoy asking the big question. The fear of rejection is always crossing their mind. Now students are coming up with a more creative way to relieve the pressure of asking the question. Colin Hancock, a senior at Atherton High School, takes a surprising approach to the matter.
The most ideal way to ask someone out, my girlfriend, would be to surprise her at her volleyball practice. Maybe get the cups and spell out prom and the net and have the question mark made out of the volleyballs. Thought that was kind of cute. Friends would like it, I'm assuming. So that's how I think it would go best. All the friends, oh my God, he's here. So.
Emma Goebel, also a senior at Atherton, says she'd like to be asked in a more romantic way.
If a guy wrote me a song and played it for me during class randomly and then asked me to prom, that would be really, really awesome.
While students at Atherton like to use the element of surprise, manual students prefer to make the question into a performance. Gabriela Torres, a JCPS student from Manual High School, shares how she dreams of being asked to prom.
The perfect way to ask me is there's this neighborhood right behind mine that there's the entrance of it, there's this little gazebo, and it's right behind a little stream, and it's the cutest little place, and I drive by it every day. And it would be really, really cool if somebody came and dressed it all up, put flowers everywhere, and then kind of led me there blindfolded or something like that, and then would ask me there. I think that would be really nice and special, but still very cute. And hopefully somebody would be there to take a picture of it because that's most important.
Peter Ty, another Dew Point Manual High School student, tells us about a performance that he would put on for his potential prom date.
Step it up on a creative level. I would probably perform some sort of breakdance routine with a couple buddies of mine, preferably at a pre-organized event, maybe at a pep rally or something, or a Y Pass performance, to where it wouldn't be expected to where we would come out, and then we would come out as a surprise performance, and me and my buddies, we would maybe do a routine with some jackets, and we would grab each other's arms and spin around or something, to where when we pull the jackets apart, the jackets would spring up with the words prom with a piece of paper coming out of them. So,
with plenty of great ideas, this year's prom events will be something JCPS students will never forget. For Our Kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Sean Melius.
JCPS's 5-star career-themed high schools offer a host of opportunities to connect to learning through the most in-demand careers in the marketplace. The medical program at Valley High School sponsored a community night for parents and local partners. PRP correspondent Sydney Smith brings us the story.
Participating in Valley's medical program, especially their M&A program, has given me the opportunity to grow as a person and expand on my medical knowledge.
Part of our children's success is having the community involved, having businesses, having neighbors, having our families to understand what we do and support these kids. It's time to give them a hand, so we wanted to open that up to the community night and let them see what's going on here at Valley.
This is the M&A lab. I'm the senior teacher here at Valley High School, and I have the senior students come in here on a daily basis and learn skills.
9 of the seniors have already taken and passed the state boards, completed their certification, and many of them already have jobs within our community.
I am actually a certified nursing assistant, which I am right now.
When they get halfway through this program, we go out to the nursing home and we take those skills to the nursing home and perform those skills.
It's great to go to the nursing home and you get to use your skills that you learn on real people. You get to actually know that what you worked on is actually paying off.
This Medical Magnet at Valley is an example of all the neat things going on in JCPS through 5-star schools. PRP is a communications, media, and arts school, so while medicine isn't my thing, getting a report about this and other JCPS events is right up my alley. This is PRP correspondent Sydney Smith reporting for Our Kids.
We have a lot more stories about Our Kids coming up, so stay with us.
I always say Louisville can be the best city in America, and lifelong learning is critical to our success. To be the best, we need a highly educated workforce to help our businesses and our economy grow. I'm Mayor Greg Fisher. Kentucky recently adopted new Common Core academic standards designed to better prepare our students for college and the global economy.
For more information, go to raisethebarlouisville.org.
Do you need help providing school clothes for your child? The 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program can help provide uniforms and other clothing. Make an appointment with the Family Youth Resource Center at your child's school. Donations of new and gently used uniforms and clothing are also accepted. Call 485-7062 or 485-7450 for more information.
Welcome back. You're watching Our Kids, sponsored by the Jefferson County Public Schools. Mayor Greg Fisher's Give a Day program challenges our community to show compassion to our neighbor. 100% of JCPS district schools participated in the week of service. JCPS completed nearly 57,000 acts of compassion, including acts of compassion by those students at Crumbs Lane Elementary.
The Mayor's Give a Day project at Crumbs Lane is the same one that we did last year with a little bit of a change in that we've missed so many snow days. We're doing it before school instead of during instructional time. So the students are able to come in the morning, have breakfast, and then work on pages of books to make the book for children who are either in daycares or students who are going to be entering kindergarten in the fall.
I can teach students how to add, read, and spell. I can also wrote that they can talk instead of being shy in school, and they can like swim. They can learn how to swim and everything. And then read. Read is the most important thing in school, so you can get a good education.
I wanted to be part of this so that I can give the kids that aren't in school yet knowledge to learn, because the most important gift you can give someone is knowledge.
I can play football, I can kick, I can play basketball, I can play tag. It helps them get knowledge in their heads.
This is an example of one of the books. I like to eat, and I like to eat Big Macs. And that's very, a very real food for most of our kids. I like to eat spaghetti, and you can see these are all different students' work. I like to eat applesauce, and they have different taste in what they like to eat. I like to eat mac and cheese. So we have a lot of great things that our students like to eat, including ice cream, and they're sharing those with other students, and this will be a fun book. And these kinds of books, I like too, are basic sight words. And those words then will help build the child's vocabulary and be ready for kindergarten. Their artwork's beautiful and they've done a fabulous job. Could not be more happy with what our Mayor's Give a Day project is going to do as far as what we can give back to the community.
Recently, dozens of lawyers throughout the community showed just how much they care about our kids' financial future. CARE, which stands for Credit Abuse Resistance Education, pairs JCPS high schools with the Kentucky Bar Foundation and the bankruptcy section of the Louisville Bar Association to give students a first-hand lesson about the consequences of credit abuse from the judges and lawyers who work with those affected by it every day.
This morning I'm here to talk to you guys about credit. How many people in the group right now are earning money? How many of you guys use a budget? And is anyone right now borrowing money? I'm here at Iroquois High School today to talk about the Credit Abuse Resistance Education, which is the CARE program, which is a national program, but we've implemented it on a local level, and it's been very successful. Even when you're using a credit card, the goal is to only buy what you can pay off so that you're not having a large balance that accumulates interest over time. We're here to present different information to give the students a better understanding of finance and to give them some materials about credit so that they better understand what they're getting into as they go on in life.
I'm hoping on attending University of Kentucky this fall, and I'm planning on majoring in biology. This booklet does a really great job in explaining how to manage my loans, and if I have to take any, how will I strategize and make plans on paying it back.
I got accepted into the University of Kentucky, so I plan on going to Kentucky, and I'm going to be majoring in communications. It has helped me prepare for my future so that I know if I do get student loans, that only use that student loans for school stuff and not sit here and buy clothes and cars and TVs with it, so that it's stuff that is beneficial to me and not for stuff I just need now.
One of the suggestions that they make here is getting used to using a checking account so that, again, you're only spending what you have.
I learned that like the average credit card percentage rate is like 15 to 14%, but once you make that first mistake of not making that payment, it could triple or double, and that's definitely not good. And also, like 54% of college students have 4 credit cards, which is a ridiculous amount of credit cards.
This session will also give me more information on how I will spend my money.
The information that we learned today is very beneficial, and that a lot of students need to learn about this stuff is because I know a lot of people that are in debt now still because of student loans, and they become in a lot of debt and they can't rent houses and can't buy cars because they're in so much debt.
I hope that they understand about annual percentage rates and how much it can cost them over time, that they make decisions based on long-term goals and not short-term wants. I'd say that's the most important thing.
Fern Creek correspondent Catherine Scott visited Hazelwood Elementary and tells us how they are motivating students through their Smart Moves program.
JCPS students are moving towards a new way to get ready for school.
Hazelwood Elementary uses the unique Smart Moves program to stimulate the minds of their students to prepare them for the school day. Once all of the students arrive at school, they meet in the auditorium to begin Smart Moves. Hazelwood teacher Leslie Beam explains how the Smart Moves program benefits students.
It helps the kids throughout the day. It helps them concentrate. If they start to get wiggly in class, they can stop and do a quick exercise.
Hazelwood student Eric Gardner describes why he likes the Smart Moves program.
Why I like it is because every time we do it, it's getting my brain started and where I can listen and focus what my teacher's saying and stuff.
Student Victoria Allen expresses her feelings towards the Smart Moves program.
It's awesome and it's totally fun.
With these new Smart Moves, students are ready to excel throughout their school day. For Our Kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Catherine Scott.
Adapting to a high school life can be tough for any student. Students from Japan spent time at Ballard High School learning the ropes. Ballard correspondent Drew Long brings us details on their visit.
Imagine traveling across the globe to see what school is like in another country.
For 18 Japanese students, that dream became a reality. The students came to Louisville from Edema High School, which is in a small town outside of Yokohama, Japan. The students visited for 9 days and during that time experienced the life of a student in the U.S. Japanese language teacher Mr. Klumper organized the program.
2 years ago when I took a group of students to Japan, we were able to go to this school and meet the teachers and principal there and tour the school.
The students sat in all types of classes. Both exchange students and Ballard students did a great job communicating with each other. Welcome signs written in Japanese were posted in hallways offering greetings. After school, the students stayed with host families in Louisville. Ballard student Josh says he's sorry to see them go.
You know, it's like gaining a new family member, and I'm really sad to see him go because it's like watching someone leave and you won't be able to see them for who knows when.
The exchange program continues over the summer. In June, 14 Ballard students, Mr. Klumper, and 2 other teachers are traveling to Japan to experience school life there. I'm Ballard correspondent Drew Long for Our Kids.
You've seen her on Our Kids numerous times. Kaylee Connors is one of our Fern Creek High School student correspondents. Well, this time, classmate Cassidy Brinley shines the spotlight on Kaylee to find out more about what drives this promising student.
I'm Kaylee Connors, and I'm director of FCTV6 Morning Edition. I've been in communications for 4 years. I've also been a part of FCTV6 Morning Edition for 4 years. As a producer, I put together shows. Last year, I actually redesigned all of the sets and made sure that everything looked nice. I'm also an intern for KET for a show called Our Kids, which features good things happening around JCPS. Outside of school, I do promotional videos. I also do PSAs, PSAs for competitions and promotional videos for small businesses, to get my work out there. Last year, I made a documentary. It was one of the first big projects I ever have done, and it ended up winning 3rd place at WKU's Mark of Excellence competition. Being the director of FCTV6 Morning Edition has really helped me learn how to get myself out there. So when I go to college, I'll be one step ahead of everyone else. I'll know what to do, when to do it.
Don't go away, we've got a lot more stories about Our Kids coming up.
The Portal is your online link to information about your child's grades, test scores, attendance, career choices, and much, much more. It's a fast and easy way to stay on top of what your child is doing in school. If your child's teacher has set up a virtual classroom, you can log on to JCPS Online and access grades for class assignments or communicate directly with teachers. The Parent Portal offers a convenient way you can stay involved in your child's education. Do you need help providing school clothes for your child? The 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program can help provide uniforms and other clothing. Make an appointment with the Family Youth Resource Center at your child's school. Donations of new and gently used uniforms and clothing are also accepted. Call 485-7062 or 485-7450 for more information.
Welcome back. You're watching Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ben Jackie. Before the big fireworks display, the Blue Angels brought the thunder to downtown Louisville to kick off Derby festivities. But even before the show, one pilot took time to visit with Academy at Shawnee aviation students, who learned what it takes to be one of the world's best pilots.
The Blue Angels came in this morning to speak to the aviation and ROTC program, and pretty inspirational.
First of all, let me say I'm extremely impressed by your school and by your program. It's an awesome opportunity. As I was touring around and checking some of these things out, and I'm sure you guys understand this kind of program doesn't exist everywhere.
This program, it's giving me, I'm going to be getting my private pilot's license before I graduate. So that's going to help me on my way for my flying career.
The other little secret is there's a room this size of us, and it's like, all you guys sitting over here, you're not going to make it. You guys are probably going to make it. So like they kick pilots out left and right because you can't make the grades or you can't fly the planes or that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of people that just didn't make it through the program. So right off the bat, I'm sitting in a room like this next to a guy that's got some pretty good math and science chops, and I don't know anything about it, so I had a lot of catching up to do.
I learned what it's like to be a pilot in the Blue Angels. It's got to be an interesting job, and also that the Marine Corps pilots can also be in the Blue Angels. I honestly just thought it was a Navy thing.
They all started out in a high school like this. They all started out in a city like this. They all started out somewhere in this country, and they decided to make service a priority in their life and to pursue a career in the military. We have in the back of Burt, we take usually about 40 maintainers with us. And those are guys from every kind of job in the Navy. We got airframes guys, we got power plants guys that work on engines. We got guys, the crew chiefs, they're the guys waving their hands at the jets and signaling them. They're responsible for each jet.
What they do is not just flying around. It takes a lot of hard work to get where you want to go. You need to continue to persevere and find something you want to do.
Find something that you're passionate about. The reason that matters is hard work is going to be there no matter where you go. If you're passionate about it, it's not going to seem like hard work. You're going to enjoy doing the work. If you're not passionate about it, even easy work is going to seem difficult. Just work hard. Don't ever take no for an answer. Just keep flying. Make it easier for them to put you in the Naval Academy than to keep getting your letters and calls and emails.
Many of us take for granted the ability to go home every day and spend time with our loved ones. But that hasn't been the case for two young JCPS boys. So imagine their surprise when that all changed at a school assembly. Ballard correspondent Zach Perry reports.
At Greyhouse Shyrock Elementary, first and second graders are crowded in the gym for a class assembly.
For Josh and Matthew Coleman, it was a very special day.
Unknown to them, their dad, Lieutenant Colonel Chris Coleman, would be returning early from service in Afghanistan to celebrate spring break with them.
What do you think the reaction is going to be when they see you for the first time?
Oh, they're going to be shocked. They're going to be happy. They're going to, we talk about it, but it's really good to see them. They're going to be surprised.
4 students were selected from the crowd to go on stage and dance with the cows. After the students were done, Josh and Matthew were asked to stay. They were told their mom had planned something special for them. The 5 cows pulled out signs of different locations that they would be going to, such as Disney World and Legoland. But the biggest surprise of all was held by the cow that had no sign. When this cow was asked to go find the sign, he went behind the stage and pulled their father out with him to say hello for the first time in 12 months. Needless to say, Josh and Matthew were ecstatic to see their father again. I'm Ballard correspondent Zach Perry for Our Kids.
Well, that's our show for today. We hope you've enjoyed it. You can find full episodes of Our Kids on the JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.